Now let us see practically how you report a defect. The template should be prepared by your team lead, and you'll share this template if you are reporting them in Excel sheet. Okay, if you're reporting them in Excel sheet, they'll share to you guys, don't worry. And once you get this template, and whatever issues you're encountering during your execution, whichever you feel have issues, raise them. Rise and CR. Rise as CRs. People call rise CR. CR stands for change request. So that yesterday the problem is duplicate data, right? Yes, I'm reporting first for that. So that first CR underscore 001. I'm just giving bug ID, means defect ID. Try to provide bug ID. Okay. Summary. Yesterday I told you title or summary. Here we require only headline, a simple line, a catchy line which can understand. By looking your headline or title, people should understand, half of your defect should understand with help of this title only. So what we say, title, able to create new branch with duplicate data. Right? That's a headline, nothing more. We don't want much more information. Status. Yesterday, what I told you, whenever defects are found for first time, we should always report as new defect. New means the defect which is found for first time. Yesterday itself, we decided severity for the defect. I said it is medium severity. MS stands for medium severity. And priority also will be given as P3. Okay. So severity, yesterday I told you, severity, we are explaining the seriousness of the bug. How seriously it's affecting. Based on the severity, define priority. Again in discussion room, developer can change it. If it is not required, he may change it to low or high, whatever. Okay, he may review your defect, all that, don't worry. And the description is very important. Here, we have to explain very clearly. Steps to reproduce. Give heading and alt enter. Clearly explain your problem. How you got that problem, explain to developer clearly from URL, from starting from URL. Okay, just tell us step number 1. Launch premise URL, in which browser you tested, you tell the browser name also. In Firefox browser. Tell very clearly what's the problem. Navigate to the error page here. That's it. Next, number 2. Login as admin user. You tell him with what name you logged in. Okay. Just tell him to log in as admin user. Step number 3. Click on branches. Tell him very clearly, click on branches. Click on branches. Number 4. Click on new branch. Click on new branch. So it is even for common for automation team also here. When you work with automation team, if you come across any defects in automation team also, we must report the same way, no changes. Okay. So when you click on new branch, so now what to do after that? Now we have to explain to developer. So fill new branch entry with a duplicate data. Duplicate, he'll understand. Duplicate means what? With existing branch name, with existing address name, address one, with existing zip code, with existing country, with existing state, with existing city. You tell him in one step, no need of explaining all that. So fill branch entry form with duplicate data. Okay. And number 6, what is that 6th step? Click on submit. So here, when you click on submit button, here people should understand one thing clearly. So that as per our test case, what is your expectation? All of you know that. What is your expectation? Our expectation is when you click on submit button, you get expectations that this branch already exists. This is what our expectation, right? Tell to developer what is your expectation. Give that expected results. Expected results is this branch already exists. But what is outcome? Actual. Tell that actual results. So expected and actual we have to define only for the failed step here. Whichever step got failed, only for that particular step we have to explain expected actual. So what is the actual here? What is happening? Allowing allowing to create new branch with duplicate data. That's what we are not expecting. This system should behave like this, right? But system is behaving. That means expected is not equal to actual value. Explaining to developer, I'm expecting this, but my system is behaving this way. When I follow these steps, to whom you are reproducing these steps here? We are reproducing to developer, not to anybody. When I'm following these steps, I'm expecting this, but my system is behaving this way. Okay, these steps are very, very important here. Based on this, when you report a defect to developer also will execute all these steps in his environment first. Blindly, you don't accept your defect. Whatever problem you're saying here, the same problem should be seen in developer system also. Then only he can accept your defect. Okay, whatever problem you're facing, the same problem should be seen in developer system. Then only he can understand where's the problem. And in Excel, we don't have opportunity attaching a screenshot. So what to do for that is we need to, when you go for Jira, I'll show you that. Okay, build version. This is, which version you're testing currently, they'll be knowing, right? You'll be knowing your companies. So for example, I'm giving 3.0.0.1. Assume that this is your current version. Assume that. Okay, they'll specify you so that it will be easy for a developer to work on that version. Detected by, just provide your name, by whom it is encountered, provide your name and give your developer name. Just give your developer, say for example your developer is John, and whichever test case failed, try to provide that ID here. Enough. What that meaning? This defect is belonging to so and so test case. So we are linking test case to the defect. We are linking a test case to the defect so that people can understand which test case this defect is belonging. Which test case got failed? You can go to your Excel sheet, test case template. So this is a test case, right? This test case got failed. What is the test case number? TC underscore 005. Just copy down the test case ID and link up here so that people can understand which test case got, so that they can refer. Quick reference would be there. That's it. So here major things are giving title correctly. Status also very important, and priority, severity is very important. Try to understand. That's what I'm telling you always. And priority, it can be changed again during defect review meeting. If developer feels that it's not that priority, he may change it, no problem. But this description steps are very, very important here. Try to provide perfectly to developer. Okay, and detected by your name. This is all just for communication purpose. Your name is required here for communication purpose. Okay, comments box will be used by both people. If any comments, developer will provide his comments, and you can also provide your comments based on your business. Okay, na? As simple as it is. Any tester in companies, software companies, defect reporting will be simpler. No changes. Try to explain your problem clearly. That's it. Enough. Don't waste developer time and don't waste your time. In real time, what we do, whenever any test case got failed, stop your testing. First log a defect and then start remaining execution. Here we are course level. Yesterday we found and today we are entering. No, it won't be like that in real time. If tomorrow, yesterday you're running some test case here, you got some test case fail, immediately log it before you go for remaining execution. Because today evening we'll have a meeting with the developer, defect review meeting. So later we'll collect all the CR numbers and we'll go for a defect review meeting on the today evening immediately. So whatever issues, rise on the same day. Don't postpone. We'll report tomorrow. No, tomorrow. Report it by today itself. That is what we are going to know, defect reporting. Is it clear to all of you? I'm reporting for user creation search also. Same. Again, CR underscore 002 defect number. Okay. Title. What the title? Yesterday we were facing a problem in users. What that problem? We're unable to search users, right? Unable to search users. Status. This is also new defect. First time, right? New defect. Severity. We can give high severity. For this we can see P3. No problem. Bug description again. Again we have to say steps to. These steps are very important. Steps to reproduce. Steps to reproduce. So number 1, again launch. These 2 steps are common, right? We can copy these 2 steps. Launch URL, so and so. Next, third step. What to do? Third step here. Click on users. Write that step. Click on users. Fourth step. Select branch. Select branch. Fifth step. Select role. Sixth step. Sixth step. Click on search. Click on search button. Okay. So what's your expectation here? What's your expectation? You can see your expectation here. Already done test case. What is your expectation when you're clicking search button there? When you click on search button, we're expecting system should display users record based on selection criteria. So that is our expected. So here we are getting a problem. Expected result. So try to open your Excel test cases what you written here one side so that you get clarity. This is our expectation. But what is actually happening there? Actual results. Actual results. What is happening there? System displays below error message. What that error message we already saved here, right? That's what. So copy this message and save that. Paste it so the developer get clarity. That's it. Version, same version. 3.0.0.1. Detected by. Okay. So detected by something, say some tester, and assigned to the developer name. Developer name. And then test case ID. What the test case ID? Test case ID is TC underscore 009. TC underscore 009. That's it. So once you report this defect to developer, one day he will rectify them. By next day or same day, based on the severity, based on the priority, developer will fix your problem 100%. So what is responsible again? What the tester responsible? Go back to the test case which you fail, execute them all the steps again from starting. Suppose assume that it is working fine. Now it is working fine. Now we are able to create a user, such user we are able to, it's not allowing you to create duplicate data. Okay, fine. What you do now in Excel means come to status column, come and what you say here, status, close it status. Close it immediately. Come and close here. Suppose you are getting same problem. Assume that you are getting again same problem. Still you are unable to search user. Come and what do you do? What is the status we can do here? Tester has to reopen the defect. We have to reopen the defect. That is main agenda in defect life cycle here. Every time you have to come and check your status. That is very important. Whenever a developer is fixing that issue, he'll change status to fixed status. Now we'll discuss in bug life cycle. That is what we are going to work with the defect reporting. Same way, I'm explaining about bug life cycle or defect life cycle also. How you understand bug life cycle? Let us understand this also very, very important. What is defect life cycle or bug life cycle? It's common for both manual team and automation team here. Okay, don't worry. Defect life cycle is a cycle which a defect goes through during its lifetime. It starts when defect is found and ends when defect is closed. See that? It starts when defect is found and ends when defect is closed after ensuring it is not reproduced. Who is ensuring here? Tester is ensuring. It is your responsible. Look at this diagram, all of you. Tester finds a defect. First step is you have to find a defect. When you find a defect, report that defect as new. Second step. Whenever we report defect as new to developer, immediately developer management or managers will analyze the defect. Third step. After analyzing the defect, see that there go different ways here. First, before accepting the defect, developer checks, is it valid defect or not? First, he'll ensure the defect what you reported is valid or not. Suppose he came to know that is not a valid defect. Immediately, he'll change status to, he'll reject your defect. Change status to what? Rejected. That is fifth step. Valid means you're not reported correctly, maybe so. No. Your reported defect is valid defect. Now he's accepting, yes. But before still accepting, again is checking one more condition. What that one more condition here? Is it in the scope? Is it in the current scope? Current scope means the defect, what you encounter or what you detected, is it belonging to current version requirement or is it belonging to upcoming versions? Maybe sometimes you encounter issue, but that is not belonging to current version. So there's no way of fixing the defect. So immediately, whenever a developer feels that the defect is not belonging to current requirements, he will defer. Defer means what? Postponing. That's sixth step. He will postpone the defect to future versions. He will specify. No. The defect, what you encounter is belonging to current version. Assume that. And again, before going to fix your problem, again is going to go with one more condition. Is it already raised? Is it already raised? Already raised in the sense, anybody addressed that issue already? Your colleague, same issue, sometimes you get same problem because of dependencies. Somebody, your friend already logged it. I cannot fix it again, right? No use to fix again. So what the developer can say, a tester, the defect is already existing, we are working on it. So I'm duplicating your defect. Duplicating means what? Indicates the defect is already existing. No. Nobody has logged. It's a first time reported. Then only developer will start fixing the code. That means, see, when you report a defect, developer checking a defect in all these aspects. First, he'll check, is it valid or not? If it is valid, he'll accept. If it is not valid, he'll reject it. Again, before accepting, he will check, is it required? It is in the current requirements or not? If it is not required in the current requirement, he will defer. Defer means postpone it. If it is belonging to current version, again he's checking one more condition. What that? He's checking, is anyone raised already? If no one is raised, he'll accept. If anybody raised already, he will duplicate the defect. And then once he'll start working, he'll make that status as in progress. In progress means what? Working. And one day he'll fix that code. After fixing the code, developer will get that status to fixed status. 100%. It'll fix means it'll be coming to fixed status. So remember all of you, whenever any defect is fixed status, it will be given back to testing team again. You have to go and retest that. Yes, you go and retest it. Now you're executing the defect again. Now it is working fine. Close it. No. Still raising the problem, same problem. Reopen it. If you reopen, again it goes back to developer again. So here, what I mean to say, tester involvement is always reporting new, retesting that issue, close that issue, or reopen the issue. This is your responsibility in bug life cycle. Rest of things are taken care by whom? The developer only. Do you understand? So what type of defects will be deferred means? We'll ask you questions. This is what bug life cycle happens. That's what I explained here very clearly about that diagram. So that steps. Tester finds a defect. First, right? First step. Status assigned to defect new. A defect is forwarded to project manager for analyze. Project manager decides whether a defect is valid. Here, defect is not valid. A status is given to rejected. First one. So project manager assigns status rejected. If defect is not rejected, the next step is he'll check whether is it in scope. It's available the current requirements. Suppose, say for example, suppose we have a function, one module, email functionality for the same application, and you found a problem with that, but it is not a part of current release. When such defects are assigned as postponed or deferred status. Yes, you encounter email functionality, but it's not belonging to current related version. So that is postponing that issue. 7th step. Next, manager verifies whether similar defect was raised earlier. If yes, defect assigned as duplicate. If not, the defect assigned to developer who start fixing the code. During this stage, the defect is assigned as a status in progress. Once the code is fixed, a defect is assigned status as fixed status. Next, 10th step. The tester will retest the code. In case the test case passed, the defect is closed. If test case fails, again, the defect is reopened and assigned to the developer again. See, once again here, sometimes you close last year back you close, assume that one defect you closed last year back. Sometimes closed issues also can be reopened. Sometimes, say for example, I gave here, consider a situation where during first release of flight reservation, defect was found in fax order functionality, and that was fixed and assigned status close. Yes, first version. During second upgrade release, the same defect again resurfaced. Second version. What to do in such case? The closed defect will be reopened. Don't raise one more CR for that. Already, that's what defect management tool is important here. If you go with Excel sheet, we don't manage them correctly. If you go with the defect tracking tools, we can easily manage them for years together. You can manage very easily. So sometimes closed defects also can be reopened based on the situations. Okay, so remember, we raise only new issues whenever new defects we come across. So that is what happens. So that's what I explained very clearly. All the status is what I explained you there. So that new, when a defect is logged and posted for the first time, when defect is logged and posted for the first time, then it is new. Assigned. After a tester has posted the bug, the lead of the test approves that bug is genuine, and he assigns the bugs to corresponding developer and development team. Open. At this state, the developer has started analyzing and working on the defect fix. Fixed. When developer makes necessary code changes and verifies the changes, then he or she can make bug status as fixed, and the bug is passed on to testing team. Retest. At this stage, the tester do retesting of the changed code which developer has given to check whether defect got fixed or not. Verified. The tester tests the bug again. after it got fixed by the developer. If the bug is not present in the software, he approves that bug is fixed, changes status to verified. Reopen. If the bug still exists even after bug is fixed by developer, the tester change status to reopened status. The bug goes through life cycle once again. Closed. Once bug is fixed, it is tested by tester. If tester feels that the bug no longer exists in the software, he changes status of the bug to closed. The state means that bug is fixed, tested and approved. Duplicate. If bug is repeated twice or two bugs mention the same concept of the bug, then one bug status change to what? Duplicate. Rejected. No doubt. Rejected means if developer feels that bug is not genuine, he rejects the bug. That's what the status is given as rejected. Deferred. There are a number of reasons to defer. Defer means postponing. The bug changed to deferred state means the bug is expected to be fixed in the next releases. In the next releases. The reasons for changing the bug to state have many factors. Some of them, priority of the bug may be low. What you reported, very low priority issue. Lack of time for a developer for the release. He may not have, he is busy with high priority issues. Or the bug may not have major impact or effect on the software. He may give reasons why he is postponing it. It may be out of current requirements. The defect whatever is a low priority issue. And it is not impacting much on the software also. Sometimes developer says not a bug. When he can says, if there is no change in the functionality of the application. Some fellows, they'll report even cosmetics issues, color is not good, the field. So such kind of issues don't report. See, what is a defect? All of you should get clarity. What is a defect means whenever there is a functionality problem. Suppose I'm going to doctor, I want to change my face color daily, one color means that is not a functionality problem. It's a God gift, natural gift. We can't do anything for that. And if you put a president doctor will simply say, go to Asian Paints, collect one paint and apply every day one color. Nothing you can do. It's not a functionality problem. When there is a body problem, then only doctor can fix it. The same way, some people keep on reporting everything to developer. I'm not getting correct message. We can suggest to developer, no problem. So that's what I say, developer, a tester, it's not a bug. Don't report such foolish things to us. Suggestions can be given, no problem. So that's what happens in the bug life cycle. Do you understand all of you guys? So now tell me guys, when we close a defect, quick answers. When do you close a defect? When do defect will be closed? Quick answers. After fixing the defect. After fixing the defect, you cannot close it. You can't say like that. Tell them, once we retest the defect, during retest, if the bug is not existing in the software, then we are going to close the defect. What type of defects will be deferred? What type of defects will be deferred? Deferred means postponing. Low priority, low severity. If it is not belonging to current version, tell some reasons here. If it is not belonging to current release, the defect may not impact much on the software. Such issues can be deferred. Such issues can be postponed. When the defects will be fixed? When do status of the defect comes to fixed status? Simple. After modifying the code by the developer and the assigned areas, the defect will be in fixed status. When you report as new, when you report as new, yes, when you defect found for first time, whenever defect you come across first time, then you report as new defect to developer. These are very important. This is what we need to learn in manual testing, not waterfalls model, V model, all this. Okay, they'll ask you questions, number of questions on based on this. You have to answer them clearly. Okay, now that's what we can understand bug life cycle, bug reporting. And one more topic is traceability matrix. What is meant by traceability matrix here? What's the main purpose of traceability? Even for reporting defect, we follow this way. Traceability matrix means it's prepared by your team lead, not by you. But anyways, look at that. Assume that you have tested your project here, completed. We tested on Primus Bank. Assume that. Now, your team lead, what he will focus now, he has to focus and he has to ensure how much of testing has been covered, whether every requirement covered or not. That is the responsibility. Then how do you know that everything is covered, not covered? It's after execution of your test cases only, he can do this documentation, traceability document. TM stands for traceability matrix. TM is a document that correlates any two baseline documents that requires many-to-many relation to check completeness of the relationship. Best example for TM we can take scenario documentation, use case documentation. Am I right or not? We are preparing test scenarios based on that use cases only. Many relation. So we can ensure it whether we prepared all the scenarios or not and whether we covered every use case or not. It is used to track the requirements and to check the current project requirements are met. But what is RTM? Requirement traceability matrix means requirement captures all requirements proposed by the client or software development team. It should capture what are the requirements proposed by your client for that project and are proposed by your developers, and the traceability is a single document delivered at a conclusion of your life cycle. In other words, it is a document that maps and traces user requirements with test cases. Traces with what? With the test cases. Whatever test case you prepared, and we need to trace it out with the requirements. The main purpose of RTM is to see that all test cases are covered so that no functionality should miss while doing software testing. Yes, I prepared one traceability documentation here based on that Primus Bank. See that documentation, traceability ID we maintain again. Requirement ID will maintain, or name of the requirement will maintain. And this is use case number as per FRS which I forward. Use case number, scenario number, and test case number, and status of the test case. How many requirements we have for branches? Branch creation, branch updation, branch deletion, branch search. These are belonging to one requirement branches, right? In that failed test case, among that 4 test case, among 4, 1 failed, 3 pass. So percentage 75%. And whatever defect we enter, we enter that. So that they'll understand, oh, 75% has been covered on these branches. Still 25% to be covered. Means 1 test case failed. So traceability matrix will help us to find out what are the group of test case belonging to one particular requirement. So these are the test case belonging to one requirement called requirement branches. Same thing for roles also. How many test case we prepared? 3 test case. Role creation, role updation, role deletion. Again, role creation is failed here. How much percentage you got? 67%. So based on that, we are preparing one formula. They'll go with formula and ensure it. So traceability matrix will be done by your team lead to ensure that the percentage of coverage, how much of percentage is covered, so that we get a clarity. That's what I told you, why you're preparing scenarios, why you're preparing test cases, why you're preparing use cases. Numbers are very unique IDs. They're very important, so that it will be easy for us to finalize how much of testing has been done. But here, there are types of traceabilities we follow. One is called forward traceability, backward or reverse traceability we follow. Forward traceability. What is forward here? This matrix is used to check whether project progresses in the desired direction and for the right product or not. It makes sure that each requirement is applied to the product and that each requirement is tested thoroughly. It maps requirements to test cases. The best example for this forward traceability is, I will take scenario documentation with my test cases. Forward, requirements means scenario documentation. I'll understand whether every test case is covered or not. I will trace it out. Backward, coming back, reverse also people call. In middle of the project, see, some situations, some clients, in middle of the development, some clients may give some new requirements. That's what we have to come back and again review it again. Forward means how forward it is going. Is it going in the right direction or not? That's what. It is used to ensure whether current product remains on right track. The purpose of behind this type of traceability is to verify that we are not expanding the scope of the project by adding code. Means expanding means what? No new requirements are added. We have to understand anything may add, who knows, in between. Designing elements may add or other works which is not specified in the requirements. They're not specified in the requirements, but newly added. So here what we map means we need to map test case with the requirements. Here we mapping with requirements with the test cases, opposite. Test case with requirements. So we'll understand if any new requirement added, oh, test case is not covered. That means newly one added, functionality is added one newly. So this will ensure, everything is ensure whether we're in right track or not. So what are the advantages of this requirement traceability matrix means? It confirms 100% test coverage. It highlights any requirements missing or document inconsistency also. We can highlight if anything is missing, we can, oh, this requirement is missing, or any issues in the requirements also, we can highlight that also, no problem. It shows overall defects or execution status with a focus on business requirements. It shows overall defects or execution status with a focus on business requirements. It helps us in analyzing or estimating the impact of QA team work with respect to reversing or reworking on the test cases. We can ask team to work on reverse mean whenever you are not covered everything, there is a chance to ask you to work on again, revisit again and rework again in that same way. So that makes us very clearly. So that way we need to understand what is traceability matrix, which is prepared by your team lead, but you should understand it very clearly because it's one of the interview questions they'll ask you. Am I clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you guys? All of you clear? Okay. Yes, assume that you tested your project here, completed. Means version is tested completely, you tested, and it's about to release to customer. And we are going for last summary report, test report or build status report. Once test case execution is completed and the build, the test engineer is responsible to send a test report to the lead as well as a client in the below format. We will follow in template again Excel. Test engineer name, you can specify the build number and login credential of that application, and browsers you tested also. Specify the browser names also you tested, And metrics we followed. Metrics we have to follow. Total number of test cases. How many test cases you prepared? Tell them. Assume that you prepared 200 test cases. Okay. Number of test cases executed. Among 200, how many test cases? 150 you executed. Number of test cases pending. 50 test cases are pending. Number of test cases are passed. 100 are passed. Number of test cases fail. 50 test cases get failed. Number of test cases skipped. 10 test cases skipped. Skipped means blocked maybe. Number of bugs reported. Tell them. Among, we get a clarity. Among 200, majority of the test cases got passed or not. And how many fail? Why they fail? Which are among that which are very important. So what is metrics here? What's the meaning of metrics means? Metrics means measurement of the task. We measure, which I shown you. The measurement means they'll ensure that every company will have one value here. Every company will have one value. So they should check it out. Is it according to that value or not? Pending. What is the meaning of pending? If developer has not given, for example, user module, in our application user module, we have to make it pending. Why? Because still under construction by developer, pending. Skipped. Maybe the developer given functionality, but we're enabling the functionality because of some functionality fail. Same again, we can take user module. Skip that test case. Skip that module because it's not allowing us to go with the further testing also. Or else you can say, finally, refer delivery and maintenance. So once build is successfully delivered to the client, the team lead prepares summary report and update it to test plan and test and to the client again. That is taken care by team lead and all that. So the main process in manual testing is STLC process, from writing test case to defect reporting, executing, understanding bug life cycle, okay, how you close a defect. So these reports we get very clearly once we go to Jira tool. This manually we can't do. If you go with the tool Jira, then we can work out with that Jira. Okay, and today night or tomorrow morning, I'll invite people for Jira. All of you, you'll receive mail from me. I'll invite you for that project. Okay, so that, and we'll start working on Jira, right? Same, writing test case in Jira, executing. We'll work in terms of agile in Jira class. Okay, again, revise manual testing. Again, same writing. This is very important. Writing test case, executing, bug reporting, and closing the bug. When to close a bug, now you got clarity. And when to raise new issue, when you reopen a bug. Okay, when developer will duplicate your defect, when developer says your defect is not reproducible, when developer says your defect is deferred, we have to understand all this terminologies when we go for real time also. Okay, guys. So this is how we have to work out. And Jira, I will invite you guys for this Jira. I need to create your usernames and all that, so that you can, we'll start again writing on this project, how you write test case on this project. Okay, we'll take again our Primus Bank project and we'll work out again how you work on it. I'll invite you, all of you guys, so that you can have some access on it and you can work only writing test case, but remaining things also how they're going to do in real time, how they're going to work out in real time and all that. Delete all this. Okay, I'll send you, so that whatever you write in Jira, I can review in directly Jira instead of sending Excel. Okay, if I create users to you, I can review. I think how many people are available? 2 sites I want to create. I'll create to you and I will invite you that. Okay, so all of you should go on writing on that particular application. Okay, That will start tomorrow, don't worry. And defect reporting, I'll forward this template to all of you guys. And this documentation, execution, defect reporting, bug life cycle, traceability, study them. And also I'll forward some FAQs on this. Anyway, we'll get lot of, end of the class, we'll get lot of FAQs, don't worry. And then we'll go in Jira, we'll work for Jira, and then we'll start Selenium from Friday. Okay, guys? Do you have any questions? You can ask me. For today. And all of you I got only 2 people, 3 people reported me the report, execution report. Sirisha, Priyanka, and Venkat Sai, Swapna. Swapna is not your batch. Only few people I received mails. Rest of you guys, complete that. Again, you will work lot of work again in Jira again. So once we go to Selenium classes, you don't have time here. You'll be busy with scripts. Selenium is not a manual testing, theoretical part, right? So please complete that before. Okay, guys? Okay, see you tomorrow and we'll start Jira tomorrow. Okay, na? Yes, Sirisha, I'll check it out. Okay, na? Right. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. We'll start Jira tool from tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.